So I'll create a new package overall. Directly I can create a class, but let's create a package first. So Junit programs. So now under this, so you need to create the Junit programs. I'll take all the annotations, okay? I'll take all annotations. So right click, so new. Can you see here Junit test case? Everybody is going to have this. If you don't see, go to other. There you search for the Junit. Here you can search Junit. So then you can see Junit test case. Click, select this, click next. And so give the, can you see here, Junit 3, Junit 4, Junit 5. So we are using, now radio button is selected, Junit 5. Junit Jupyter test means it's a Junit 5. So again, project name, source folder, package name, I need to give a class name. So I'm going to see login scenario. I'm going to do a login scenario. So let's going to do Heroku app login scenarios. Scenario test. Heroku app login scenario test. And you can do our our website also, you can do that. Right? When you want to do Heroku app, but you can practice Heroku app. So I'll do on our website so that it will be useful for you guys. But you should have a account first, then only you can do this. Otherwise you can do. Okay, let's go and do this. Not Heroku app. We will do our cart, right? So what is that? Our so App Store, right?
Oh, yes, OpenCart.
OpenCart.
OpenCart login scenario, we'll do that. Okay. So let's go and do the OpenCart login scenario. OpenCart login scenario test. See, I'm selecting before all, after all, before each, after each. So click on finish. So select add Junit file library to your project. So if you have a Junit file library in the, like our WebDriver jars are there, right? That's a WebDriver library, JRE library. So if that is there, then you can use that code. Now, if you want to use Junit 5 code, you should add that Junit 5 library to your project. So that's what I'm adding. Okay, add it. See, Junit 5 is added. So that all Junit 5 code you can use. So can you see here? Before all, after all, before each, after each, @test method. Sorry, @test you didn't select there, but how it by default it is included in your Junit and TestNG classes. By default, it will be included. Okay. So the first step you need to do is, so I already told, right, these three methods are non-static, these two are static methods. So what is before all, what is after all? What is before each and after each?
Before all means
Before
it will
all.
execute first time only. After all means it will execute last. Before each means it will execute before each test method. After each means it will execute after each test.
After each test method. So that's the before all. Before all will execute only once, but one time only. First, this block of code will execute. Then it will go to before each. Then it will go to test. Then it will go to after each. So let me put on that order only so that it will be easy for you to understand. Then after all also I'll keep on the last so that you will understand the order. But order is not matter here. So what is the main important, on what basis it will go? Huh? On what basis the cursor will go?
Before class, before each
Annotations?
test,
Annotations. That's a word, right word. Annotations based. The keywords, annotations are there, right? At the rate before all, at the rate before each, at the rate test to, at the rate after each, at the rate after all. That's the mean. If you make mistakes on that also, it won't treat it as a annotations. So any spelling mistakes or any uppercase, lowercase, if you make mistakes, it won't work out. So before all means, so first this block of code, it doesn't matter where you keep here or bottom side, it doesn't matter where it is. First it will look for this. Where is this keyword? If it is there, then that block of code will execute. First, before any code, first this code will execute. Then immediately before each is there, it will go to before each. Then immediately it will go to test. Then test after, it will go to after each. So if one more test is there, then it will go to before each first. Then second test. So I'm just writing, okay? Anyhow, we are going to write multiple test methods there. This is what, okay? So this is what you are going to do that.
So Ramesh, test order is taken as we are writing. How about the test order?
The order, okay, that's a good point, right? So you're writing multiple at the rate test, but which order? Alphabetical order of the method. So alphabetical order of the method name. Alphabetical order of the method name. So then we'll see that, okay? That's then how, sir, if I give a different name, but I want that one should be executed and this one should be executed later, how you can control that? There is no option in the JUnit. That's the problem. So in the test ng, you have a prioritization. Which one you want, you can run. You can instruct like that only. So that's why we just learned here how to create the methods, how to run the JUnit programs. Then we'll switch to general test engine. So first step in the JUnit or test engine, it doesn't matter. Create a WebDriver driver as a global static variable. So what is the first step? Create a WebDriver driver as a global static variable. Why static variable only? I already told this several times.
Both in static methods
you
and
can use it
non-static
for
methods.
static or non-static.
So declare it as a null initially. That's the first step. So second step also, if you want to wait in multiple methods, so I can use private static WebDriver wait. So wait also you declared as a global static variable. These two. So org.opencart.selenium.support.ui. So then before all, before each test, that means first before all, right? So what I need to do first? I need to open the browser, right? That's my first thing, right? So I'm going to give the browser value first. Browser value is the driver is my browser reference. New Chrome driver. So import this. Done. Next. So I'll maximize the window. So what is the code?
Driver to manage
Manage method dot window
window
method dot
dot
maximize method.
That's it. So I add implicit wait.
Driver dot manage method dot timeouts method dot implicit wait in parenthesis duration dot off second.
So duration dot off seconds or off millis, it's up to you what you want to take. Okay. So any one you take off seconds. That's it. So just give 10 seconds. So that's what these are the standard code. These are all you have to remember like this, how Arshini is telling, right? That's how we need to remember these statements. So but in the framework, you will write only once these statements, not multiple times. Here we are writing in every class, but still we didn't go for the framework mode, right? So we will write that one. So create object for this weight up. So implicit weight also, explicit weight also. Create object for explicit weight. So weight equal to new WebDriver weight of
Driver comma
Driver,
duration dot
duration dot of millis. I will write. So let's write different methods we will use so that we can explore. That's overloaded. So WebDriver weight also overloaded. WebDriver weight object, but this is the constructor, right? Constructor overloading here. So this method is a method overloading. Okay, now that's all. I'm not going to do any more on this. I just need browser open and that's enough. I don't want anything. If you still want to open your application URL also, one time if you open, that's enough means, so you can do that also. Let's open. So open the application URL. I'll do that also. Driver dot. So get to the application URL. So what is the application URL? Just go here and do that. Then what do you need to do immediately?
Wait until you get the title.
So wait dot until.
expected conditions dot title is or title contents.
So which one you want me to use? Title is or title contents? Let's use title is.
Is.
So go and take the title.
Your store.
So go to head tag,
Your store.
get it. That's it. We're done. This is enough. We don't want more than this. This is the one time. Anything one time you want to execute, you don't want to repeat anything. So put that entire code in the before all. That you want to execute first time. So keep that in the before all. So before each means, so you have multiple test methods, right? Each test method before you want to execute this code, then write this in the before each. But let me implement this after all. So after all, I'm implementing. So after all, what I'm doing, if driver is not null, then what I need to do? Driver dot quit. So this is the logics you have to write. This is the logics you need to build. If driver is not null means what? If it is null, what will happen if you call this method on this driver variable?
Null pointer exception.
Null pointer exception, excellent. If the variable has a null value, on that null variable, if you call the methods, what will happen?
It will show null pointer exception.
So null pointer exception. That's how I'm covering how I'm handling that. If driver is not null only, execute this. I'm saying. So that means I'm handling the null pointer exception here. If null is there, it won't call this method. That means already null means the browser is dead already. Browser is closed. That's the meaning of that. If null is there means. So before all, after all is done. Then you need to understand first application. So what is the scenario we are doing? Login, right? So I need to click on this. I need to click on login. So here, how many you are doing here? Okay, this. log out. Okay, let's do log out. Okay, so first what you need to do, you need to click on login. So here you need to land in this page. This is the login page. You need to land here. So what is the main task case you can do for this? Can you tell me? For this login scenario.
First, identifying the my account web element.
That is okay, madam. I'm not talking about you landed here in the login page, madam. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So what are the test cases you can write for this?
So verifying email address and
Email
password.
Email address and password.
Address and password verification.
What test cases you can tell, madam, for this? What are the test cases you can write for this login? Just a simple form, this one, right?
We'll check
Thinking
whether
of-
if the email address is empty or not, password empty or not, and then we are going to verify with giving email address and password.
But
And
you're
also-
so can you tell me separate scenarios? How many scenarios you can create? What you're telling is you mixed both of them.
Yeah, we can
So-
create lot many scenarios. Like if we are checking for
Invalid and
numeric
invalid.
values,
Invalid.
data type, everything we can check.
If you tell like that, they won't accept. So how you will put them in your scenario, Arvinda? That's what I'm asking.
First scenario will be we are going to check whether the email address is empty or it's entered.
No, valid
Okay.
email
No.
and valid password, valid email, invalid password, like combination.
So there are many test cases you can write right here.
Right.
So first one, first happy path, always you have to tell first happy path.
Okay.
Enter valid
User
Credentials.
email.
Name,
Okay.
valid password.
valid credentials. That's a first test case. Second test case, negative. Leave the both fields blank.
Blank.
That's a second scenario. Third scenario, username correct, password is invalid. Fourth scenario, both are invalid. These are the scenarios you need to tell. If you can automate the same things, that's good enough. But if you want to land in here, the common scenario for all the test cases is you have to come from
Account.
that
Yes.
home page to here. And what actions you are doing to come to home page to here? The common step, that is
My account and then
My
click
my account and
login.
clicking on the login.
Login.
That's a common scenario. This common scenario means where it should go. It should go to where? Before each.
Before each.
Before each it should go. So write that. Write these steps. First. So click on my account menu. So write that code. We already have, right? I'll just copy paste from there. Okay. I don't want to do any extra thing. So we already have, just I will do the copy paste. Click on my account. So then wait, then click wait. So these are the things I'm taking back. Okay. So let's go and do this. Same thing here also. But
So that is for register, right, Ramesh?
yeah,
Not
I'm
for
going to take because I'll reduce the wording. So right, that's why. Okay, I'll change it.
Okay.
So now wait for the visibility of which one? Login, right?
Login.
Yeah.
I'll just change that. That's it. Okay. Inspect element. You find out the copy, export. So under Control F and check that whether it is working, right? So I'll just copy paste this. So copy paste. So I'll just change here login link. That's it. I'm not doing anything. Okay, we already written code and I'm reusing that. That's it. So change here this to single quote. Good. Now, so you have to click on
Login link.
login link. Change the wordings. That's it. The step name is important. So that we are doing here.
And also the expert.
Expert.
I think all XPath is common. Only one place it is changing, right? But make sure you change it. Make sure you change it. Okay. Okay. So
And
you
the
have to
condition, Ramesh.
you're going there. You have to wait for this. Either you can maybe you can wait for this URL. I'll show you how to wait for the URL. I'll show you how to wait for the title, and I'll show you how to wait for this heading. This heading is important for me, right? Or this entire card. This entire card or any element. Okay, this element. So returning customer. So that you can any element you have to verify. That's what I want. Or this breadcrumb. So login breadcrumb must be there. Only login page is going to have this login breadcrumb. This is the breadcrumb. Or this one. So let me show you all this how to do. Very first I'll wait for the page title. Let's go and wait for the page title. Where I'll go, I'll do here only. Or you want to do here or you want to do in the test case. It's up to you. The verification is common, right?
Before each.
So I'll write here only. It's common thing, right? So I'll write here. Wait until expected conditions. So wait for the login account. So account login, that is account login. Just put account login. So let's go here and get the title. That's the first one. Title contains where is it? This is the common step I'm putting in the before each. Next, what do you want to? So wait for the
URL.
address bar URL. Partial title, I'll wait, okay? Address bar URL. What is that method? Wait dot until expected conditions.
Dot URL contains.
So URL contains method is there. Just give that URL contains. What fraction you can give? I don't want to give this big one, right? I will just give this one only. That's enough. You don't need to do very bigger ones. So that's what we have. URL to be is there, URL contains is there. So contains means partially can be. Next, to verify some element. So wait for the heading. So what heading it is? Returning customer. Heading. So wait dot until expected conditions dot, what is that?
Presence of
Presence of
element located.
element located. So by dot XPath or CSS you want, whichever you want. CSS, let you use CSS. So if you are still struggling, you can take from here, you can take it. Or just right click, copy CSS selector, and you can paste it here and it will tell you. See that how easy it is. So copy paste the same thing here. So I want to assert it. So assertions we didn't do, right? Let me do assertions also. I'll do assertions also. This is just waiting, but I want to assert it. How to assert it? Let's go do the assertions also here one by one. So add assertions. Let me add here first assertion. So assertions dot assert equals. So driver dot. How can you get the current page title?
Get
The
time.
title.
Get current.
Expectation. What is your expectation?
Your
So driver dot get title, what it will do? What is the after page loading? What is the current title? That title it will fetch. But what you are expecting? This one. If both are same, it will pass. So this is the actual. This is my expected one. Are we good? Are any doubts here? So here also. But I'll write this also a different way. Assert to true I'll use. Let's see how to use assert to true. Assertions dot assert true. See that assert to true is overloaded. So assert to true is overloaded. Can you see here? Boolean condition, then message. So I'll put this one. So Boolean condition. So driver dot get title dot contains. So this account login is there in the this, or you can put a login also, it's fine, okay? Then if not there, what is the message you want to print? Account login page is not loaded. So what is meaning of this? Are you getting this point?
Can you explain that?
Yeah. See this. You are expecting to be true. Okay, this is the you want true. What is the true? This title should be there. So you are expecting that if this is returning a true, contains will return true or false, right?
Yes,
What
Ramesh.
happened? What happened? All string methods gone? What happened, madams? Contains will return a true or false or not?
Yes, Ramesh.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. So this is a very, you are saying, I don't know this. Such kind of, expression is coming from you guys. Only one person is telling, yeah, I know this. Driver dot get title, what it will give, madams?
It will get
Gives the
title.
title.
The title of the book.
What type of data it will give?
String.
String.
String dot, what I'm doing?
Checking whether that exists or not.
Yeah.
It was account
Contains
login.
method, what it will do?
Contents method will return boolean value.
So in this title, this value is there or not, it is checking. So if it is there, it returns true. If it is not there, it returns false. That means true
True.
and true is going to be successful. For example, if this returns a false, what will happen? This statement will fail here. Then this message will print for it. If this statement is failing, this message will display in the console for you, in the logs. That's what this message. So that you can easily track what is the problem. Are we good?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and we are returning this one. I'll wait for this heading also. Let's get the heading first. How to get the text of that heading? String
TXT.
header text.
Driver dot find
Dot.
element. Find element by dot locator of locator value dot get text method.
So CSS selector I'm giving. The CSS selector is I'm going to take this. So dot
Get text method.
Get text method, you call it. So you'll get the text. Then I'm going to assert it. So assertions dot assert equals. So I'm asserting this text. So is equal to what are the text I'm going to give here. So I'm expecting that text. So I'll copy this text. So cancel, copy this text. So I'm expecting this should be same. So while landing time, this should be same. This code will repeat for every first, this code will execute before your first test method. The test method is
valid credentials.
that's it. Test keyword mandatory. Okay, test keyword mandatory. So now valid credentials means what I need to do. So I have to enter
Correct email and password.
So input. So what is the name, email, is there ID? So I'll take the ID. First I'll identify this email ID. So identify the email ID. So
Driver
right.
dot
So web element, email address, edit box equal to driver dot find element by dot ID, just write the ID value. So why I'm doing this? Because I need to call first clear method, first clear the edit box, clear the content in the email edit box. Then, so email edit box dot
Clear.
clear method.
then type it. Type the value. So
Email edit
dot
box
And
dot
case.
send case.
you write. Ramesh. I'm giving this. So next, same thing you repeat for the what?
Password edit.
Password.
Password edit box. You identify that. So then you find out I'll use a name locator. So I want to cover all the locators. That's why I'm taking all. So almost we covered CSS selector, XPath, ID. Now name I'm using. So let's go and I use the name for this edit box. So clear first, then type. So what is the value one? So in the password edit box, type the value. So I'm going to give password.
Sir, can we have this email edit box and this password edit box in the before each, like identification alone?
Why?
Because we are going to do that in the same in all the test cases, right? Identification, only entering values is going to be different.
I'll tell that. But you cannot put in the before each. That I'll tell you. So that procedure you need to understand here the Java concepts here. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what Java methods topic only. Again, it is going to come tomorrow. I think today if we get a time, we'll see that. Otherwise, we'll do tomorrow.
Okay.
So, but they'll think how to do that. So you're writing multiple, I told you multiple scenarios, right? So how you can avoid repeating the same code. So you think and let me know. Okay, if you get the idea. Otherwise, I'll tell you tomorrow.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. So see, everything Java concept. Methods, that two methods only. There is no other topic here you're using.
Okay.
Exactly methods only. No other topic you will use here in the coding. Only framework level you will use OOPS concepts. But you will use methods topic only 100%. And then collections, strings. So you're seeing, right? You're getting a collections and strings. Collections still we didn't get, but you will get. So more methods if you write, it will be beneficial for you.
Ramesh, one question. Earlier, when you were talking about the test keyword being mandatory, were you talking about the name of the method? Should it contain the test keyword?
Yes. Yes. This tells you it's a test case.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm clicking. So now what will happen? You see, if you click on, what is happening? So it changed, right? The title is changed. The page is changed. So that means, so you have to validate this. This also you have to validate, right? Again. So validate
Yes.
this. So you my account and this URL you validate and this my account you validate. Then only will come to know, right? Whether you reached this page or not. Then how do you know? So we don't know, right? That you have to validate. So let's go and validate that. So this one, so this my account will come only for positive scenario. Will you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ramesh.
So you won't get for the negative scenarios, right?
Mm.
So you won't get for the negative scenarios. Why you won't get for negative scenarios? Because negative scenarios will stop there only. Right? It will stop there only, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Ram.
Yeah,
Yes.
it won't proceed.
Error message it will.
In the same page, it will throw error.
Mm.
That's the reason. So then you have to add in the same method. So if it is a common for all the methods, you can add in the before, after each, but it's not common for all the methods. So if every test method is common, you put it in the after each. So this test method after you want, it will execute this code only, right? But if it is not common, don't add that. So you continue here only. So wait for the my account page title. So wait dot.
Wait dot until expected conditions dot title is.
So you can use whatever title is or title contains, it's up to you. So copy this.
My account.
Just put here. So I'm adding assertions also. Assertions dot. Assertions is mandatory. Assert equals. So driver dot get title. And you can place this. Next. That's all. If you want, you can add this account, this URL, right? If you want URL also, you can add it. Wait dot until expected conditions, but make sure you write the comments first. So without comments, don't write, okay? Conditions dot URL contains. So wait for the URL. That's enough. And this you can try this one. Okay, I don't want to waste time here. Then I want to log out. Right, I want to log out. That's enough. I'm just verifying this page is loaded or not. Okay, so I want to log out. So perform the login. Otherwise, what you need to do, first you do the negative test cases. Then, but we don't have that choice here. Which one will execute? We don't know. That's why we have to handle this also. So I'll handle this. What I'm going to do here is, let's log out. You have to log out. So how to log out?
Click
First,
on my account menu.
You have to click on my
Log
account,
out.
then log out. So you click on this log out. My account first. So copy XPath. So I'll do that. Click on
My account menu.
so driver dot.
Find
Find
element by dot export.
Use the
Export
XPath.
value dot click method.
That's it. So replace a single quote. Then you have to wait for
Click
the
on.
so wait for the logout. So wait dot
Until
Expected
expected conditions dot visibility of
Expected
element
condition.
located.
So visibility of element
Element
located.
located.
Element located.
We don't.
You can use a element. So also you can use, but let's see that. Okay. So I'm going to use XPath. Or link text you can use. Directly you can use a link text. Yeah, you can use link text. So let's use the link text. So let me use link text. Then perform the click action. So click on logout link. So driver dot find element.
By dot link text of logout dot click method.
So this is the okay. So let's do that. What is the after? If you click logout, what is happening? Observe carefully. What happened?
Account logout page.
Page title changed, heading you are getting, and you need to click on this. So these two actions you have to do. So this one, and this one, all three if you do, that's good enough. So let's go and do that. I'll do the same here. We are waiting for that, right? Page titles. Page URL, I'll do the same thing. So wait for the
Account page title.
account logout. So account logout, that one. So go here, account logout. So then here also account logout. Then the URL is this one. Okay. So next. Control Shift format. So then I need to wait for this heading also. Let's go and do the heading also, heading verification. So H1. So copy this CSS selector. So basically more weights I'm adding. Weight for the account logout heading. But not necessary, you can place it. That's a good thing. So wait until expected conditions. So dot presence of
Element located.
by dot CSS selector of, I can put, it's up to you and which locator you want to take, it's all in your hand. I am not, restricting. So then click on continue
button.
So the click syntax you call. Basically, I'm making very fast quickly so that it is easy for us. I'll copy XPath. So just put that XPath here. And single quote, just change to single quote. That's it. So what, understand? So you click on this, where it is going?
Home page.
Home page. So that you need to, so maybe if you want, you can assert here. So only you can assert in the, so every time, if you are going for every time, otherwise, but we are not going every time this, but here only I'll put it that, wait. This one I'll keep it. Here, this one, right? I'll keep this. Done. So next test case, what will happen? First, it will go to before each. It will execute all the code. Then it will come to login page. And second test. What is second test? Test empty credentials. But this is what I was thinking now. Now see what is happening. Here also you need to call the same element and all those things. Then what I need to do here is I'm going to write a simple method here. One normal Java method. So private. So void do login. That's it. And for this, what do you need to pass? String
Username. and,
Email,
password.
string, password.
2 arguments. So this entire code, see, it's going to redefine this entire code. Till here. I'm going to change everything, right? So this is the one you're going to do. So what I did, I'm making the reusable method. So this method I'm going to use for every test scenario. And so what I need to make change here? Where I need to make change? Where I need to use these parameters? Can you tell me?
Inside the send keys.
Inside the send keys, what I need to do?
Give the
Email.
parameters.
Parameter.
How to replace this parameter here?
Remove everything.
Just email is enough, sir. Send keys, email.
Taking the double quotes, everything.
Everything, double quotes also you remove.
Email.
Email.
Just write email. Okay. Same. How to use the parameter for the second parameter?
Password.
131 right.
This also remove entire
Pass.
thing.
Password.
Parameter name you just pass. PWD you need to pass. Don't put in the double quotes. If you put a double quotes, what will happen?
It's a string.
It will PWD. It will print PWD.
So I see many people doing these mistakes. That means they are not aware of how to use this parameter inside the method body. So in the string only many people confused. They're putting in double quotes, the parameter name. That means they are not aware of basics, what is mean by parameter, how to use in the string for particular method inside. So please be cautious on these scenarios, then it will fail if you unnecessarily call. Now call this method. So it will save a lot of code, right, for you. Just call here. So
within double quotes, email.
You give your own data, right? You give your own data. That's it. See how much code it is going to save. Now I'm going to call here also the same method.
Do login. Within double quotes. String password within double quotes.
So do I repeat that code? This code, am I repeating this code?
No, sir.
That's the way the methods are important, I'm saying. If any such code you want to repeat in multiple methods inside, put that lines of code in another method, create a normal Java method, that method you call in your annotation method, whatever it is. I think this one somebody asked, I think Arvinda Bhavana, I don't know. So you people asked this, right?
Yes, Ramesh. Yesterday I asked that.
Yeah. So how to call the methods in the annotations. That's it. The method concept is same, madam. It doesn't matter it's annotation or a normal thing. Okay. It's a non-static method. This is also non-static method. Directly you can call in the same file. Are we
Yes.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sir,
what? Yeah.
for method name test keyword is mandatory, sir.
That's
Test,
what
test,
the
void
rate
test.
test keyword is mandatory. It is saying it is a test case.
Okay.
You have to include either beginning or end. You have to include the test keyword.
Okay, sir.
Rate test. Okay. Next. Okay, you do that. Go and do the. So clear. Click on this. What is happening?
It's
Error
throwing a
message,
warning.
warning. No match for email address and web password.
So that means you should expect for this
Error message.
Error message.
message. Wait for this error message. Why it's not showing? Okay. This is the one. So you have to expect for this error message. Alert danger, it is showing breadcrumb. But this is not a breadcrumb, right? This one. So we want this one. This message we want. Just no match for email or so. Let's just give this. The spaces are there. You have to be very careful. So you have to be very careful. So take the XPath or whatever it is, or CSS selector. I'll take the copy XPath. There is no CSS selector. Copy XPath. And get the text and accept that. Okay, that's what you're expecting. First wait for that. So wait dot until expected conditions dot presence of element or visibility. It's up to you what you want. So let's use visibility. So visibility of element located. By dot XPath.
XPath of XPath value.
This is the relative XPath. You got it something? See that what how it is. Now get the text. So fetch the error message. String So error message equal to empty error message, whatever it is. Okay.
Driver dot
So driver dot
find element by dot XPath.
Give this XPath.
Path value. Dot get text method.
So if you want, you can assert assertion set dot assert true. So what is that? So I'm going to say see error message contains, maybe you can just give partial, okay, not necessary entire thing, but basically we want no match for it. You can just give partial, okay. So I'm just giving this. If it is there, that will pass. Okay, that's a one test case. What is the next one?
Invalid password.
So invalid password, correct
Email.
So you give the correct email. What happened? Why we got okay.
Bounce.
Okay.
Refreshing method.
Invalid means I'll give you wrong one. So let's test this manually also, okay? So same message you are getting. So that means this one. That's it. Okay, that's fine. Next, if you want to write more, write that one more. At both invalid. So anyhow, we are getting same thing. You don't need multiple. So now how many methods we test methods? This one. But I don't want after each I don't need. Okay. So after each. So this if you want, but I want to go to okay. I want to go to yeah, here it is. Happening here is and for these things we don't need to go to again page, right? We don't need to go. I think we have to right now clicking on this home page. We need to come back here again because before each we have written right, that will repeat for everything. Now, anyhow, let's see that how it happens. Okay, so I'm going to keep it as it is now. I'll just do I'll clear the cookies. Driver dot so manage method dot delete all cookies. That's what I'm going to keep it here. Okay, so let's move on. Run this. So how to run this? Click run as Junit test. So it will fail, but you have to fix the test cases. Writing is one art, fixing is another bigger art. So fails means okay, let it fail, failed. Right, it failed. So we can easily tell that. See, there are 3 test cases are showing here. Is it running? What happened? Oh, it is doing? It is doing that. We didn't observe that. Still running, the test case is running. Okay. It might fail. The test case will fail. I'll show you why they are failing. We have to analyze them, why they are failing. So what happened? Okay. See, first 2 are failed. So how can you analyze that? Can you see here? Total how many? Total 3. 2 failed and 1 is passed. Valid credential is passed, but these 2 are failed. So what is the reason? See that. Timeout exception, expected condition failed, waiting for visibility of this element. So that means this is not correct XPath. So you have to write your own XPath. So how to write your own XPath? See, both are failed with the same reason. See, both are failed with the same reason. How can you find this? So you can see your method. This is the one. So this is not correct. So let's go and pick that. How to write another way. So I'll take help from, let me write our own XPath, okay? So then that's not helping, right? Write our own XPath. Div.alert danger. I'm going to write this one. This I'm going to write. So I'll write a
CSS
selector. So div dot.
Mhm.
Will it work now? Or what is the correction here?
In place of spaces, we have to keep dot.
Yeah, dot. That's correct. Okay. That's it. Same thing. Okay, now this is repeating, right? Now this is repeating, right? Did you observe this is repeating or no?
Repeating, sir.
So what do you need to do?
Create a
Huh?
reusable.
After
Reusable method. Reusable.
It. Just call this message. Is this clear now?
Yes.
Let's go run this once again. So this is how you need to do. Something is duplicating. Create a method and call that method. This is where I was telling methods important. You should know how to create the methods, when to create the methods. All are good, right? That's what you should know, how to write the XPath also, XPath or CSS selector. See, all 3 are passed. Failure trace will fill only if there is a failures. So same thing, you can add one more test case here apart from this, forget password also, and this continue also. There are 2 more test cases I'm expecting from you apart from those 2 test cases. Okay. Are we good? You got my point? What you need to do apart from the whatever the test case we have written, write this forgotten password also you check, and this continue also you check. That's what you need to do. Thank you. So that's it for the day, and tomorrow we'll see few more scenarios. This is a good scenario.